All right.
Hello, hello. It's,
Hello.
Lauren and Lisa,
Yeah.
and we are here to tell you a little bit about this collection of Take an Art Break stories that we have here for you, like on this page.
Yeah. So basically, the premise for me is that your story is your power. So the story behind why do you make art daily? What if it's an uncomfortable action? You know what I mean? What if you had an art wound? We'll talk a little bit about art wounds. Kind of like what's the process? How did you get here? And the why. And then if you do tell us your story, how is that transformative? Does that make sense?
Yes, my hope with this project is that people will come here, they will listen to other people's stories about their art wounds, why they didn't make art for a while, and then how they came back to art and why they make art part of their daily life. They'll hear these stories and they'll relate to them because they're very relatable. Everybody has an art wound, and everybody has a story.
Yeah.
So if you listen to these stories, you'll feel more connected. And our hope is that you'll feel more connected to that notion of why you should take an art break on a daily basis.
And I'll just kind of reiterate what is an art wound. I think Brene Brown, the researcher, calls it a creativity scar. So at some point in your life, or many times in your life, somebody looked at your art, somebody looked at you creating and were just shunned you, shamed you, put you in a box, made you feel like you were less than. So what happens typically with the art wounds is people have to overcome them or it paralyzes them. So this could be you could be the one that overcame it, like I think I'm kind of the one that overcame it. And I've had many experiences, and we know many people that have stories that they overcame it, and the stories are really, really intense and sometimes very cruel, honestly. So for me, I think there's power in telling about art wounds, and that's the way we're going to heal.
Yes, I think that just like all of our projects with Artismoving, there's lots of layers to it. I think there's power to the person who gets to tell their story because it will lift them even more in terms of healing that art wound. Telling your story is a powerful experience and helps you move forward with that healing process. And I think that just storytelling in general is a very powerful tool to connect people with other people and to help people feel less alone. And I think the stories that you will read about and hear about through this campaign will convince you how important and how much of a positive impact art can have in your life. So if you have an art wound that you're currently trying to work through, if you've worked through it, or if you just make art part of your daily life, we want to hear your story. So share it with us.
Fantastic. We want to see you, and we
Yes.
want to hear your story and see your art. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Awesome.